Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Melissa. I don't know if I said that in the last video. I don't know if I said that in any video, but my name is Melissa, and I am currently going through chronic kidney disease due to my diabetes that I had since I was 15, which is a very long time ago. And I'm not gonna tell you how long ago it was, but it was a very long time ago. And today I am gonna talk about why I decided not to do in-home dialysis. So today's Tuesday, July 6th, and I will be going to have surgery on Thursday to get a fistula put in my arm, in my upper arm. I'm holding the phone with my other hand. And that is because I decided against doing in-home dialysis. I went to a workshop presented to me by my dialysis center, by DaVita, and I just decided that in-home dialysis seemed like too overwhelming, like too much for me. I felt like with my kidney brain, and I don't know if that's like an actual thing, but I just feel like it's a lot of things that you have to be responsible for. It's really easy to give yourself an infection or harm yourself, not meaning to. And for all the people that do it themselves, like, I give you guys like serious credit, because it's a lot of things. I mean, it's a 2-week training period before they even let you have the equipment, and if you do decide to do it, good for you. Go for it. Don't let this video stop you. This is just information for those of you that might be interested in it. So when you decide to do in-home dialysis, a nurse will come and they'll check out your setup, like, what your home is like, what your apartment is like, all that kind of thing. And they will determine how long of tubing you'll need to connect to your entry, I don't know what it's called. I have kidney brain. I don't know. Um, and they will just, because you don't have to be laying still when you're doing it. You can, because it's going to be about an 8-hour process, so you can start, when you feel like it. It doesn't have to be, immediately you start it and you go to sleep. It doesn't have to be like that. So they will determine, oh, okay, this 20 feet from your bedroom to the kitchen, okay, we'll give you 25 feet. Or, however long to go to the bathroom, we'll give you that long a length of tubing. So, you can do things while you're on the in-home dialysis. Like, you can sit up in bed, or, go to the bathroom, or, wash dishes, whatever. You don't have to be completely done for the day as a form of activity. Sorry, I keep touching my hair. It's driving me crazy. And I'm so sorry, I have kidney brain. And I don't know if that's a real term or not, but dialysis, it kind of like makes you, it messes with the electrolytes in your body, okay? And that's why I forget what I want to say, or I just lose it sometimes, like. And that's also a reason why I decided against the home dialysis, because it's a lot of responsibility. And while my mom will help me, I mean, I have to be able to count 100% on myself, if I'm going to take on a big responsibility like that. At least that's the way I look at it. And so I don't trust myself that I won't, more than once be like, oh, I don't feel like doing this today, I'm not going to do it today. Because you have to do it 6 days a week. And that's good, to get that many treatments, um you know uh consecutively. That's good. You want to get rid of as many toxins as you can in your body, because that is what the problem is. Your kidneys are not getting rid of the toxins in your body, and that's what dialysis does. It gets rid of them for you until, God willing, you get a new kidney. Well, I just decided it wasn't for me. I just can't. I have so much trouble already remembering things and whatnot. Like, I hate to admit it, but my last trip that I worked, it was a point where I was like, oh my gosh, how do I close this door? And I had to think really, really hard about it, because I didn't want to mess it up, because I knew, like, this is really important, and I just felt like overwhelmed already by the whole process. So I'm going to be getting the fistula, like I said, in my arm. It's going to be right up here. And what needs to happen is I need to get an artery connected to a vein. Now, a lot of times I like to do it in the lower part of your arm, like between your wrist and your elbow. but being that I'm a woman, my veins are smaller down there. So they recommended that I do it up here, which means I have to do two surgeries. The first is to, like, I guess, make contact, make connection. I'm not really sure, you guys, but that, and then that has to heal for 4 to 6 weeks, okay? And then the second surgery will be, I guess, to get it up and running. I'm really not sure. Um, and then that will heal for another 4 to 6 weeks, and then we can get rid of this, which I hate this thing. Ugh, this is my catheter here. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Like, it's so limiting. And that's another thing. When you do PD, which is at home dialysis, you can no longer take a bath. And I'm really big into taking baths. I've always been that way, to relax, to just, get away. I've always been into that. And you can't do that when you have the PD catheter, for the at home dialysis. You can only take a shower, and you have to do it with your back to the water, to the shower stream. And I also like to, I suffer from migraines, and I also like to sometimes just sit in the tub with the shower running, and it seems to help my migraines. So that's another thing I thought about. And you can't jump in a lake or a river, like that, because germs could get into your catheter site. The For at home dialysis, you'll get an access point or a catheter site. I'm sorry, I don't know the proper terms, but you'll get that put into your stomach, and so you have to try to keep that not not dry, but like, you don't want to submerge ever. You can go in the ocean because the salt will kill any germs, but there's like literally a hole in your stomach. When I went to the workshop, they showed me on a mannequin, where the entry site would be. So it's literally a hole in your stomach. With the access point that I'm going to be getting, it's going to be needles. So I mean, if you don't like needles, then I wouldn't recommend that either. Maybe you would look at the at home dialysis. But yeah, so, um, and you can only swim in private pools, like not like public pools, just pools that are private and are clean and whatnot. So I'm going to be doing that on Thursday. God willing, everything goes good. Um, and then, because I'm having a lot of trouble with this catheter here, I suffer from really bad anemia, and that's also due to the kidney disease. And I was cold all the time. Anyone who knows me knows I was cold. I carried a heater around with me in the middle of summer. I would drive around with the windows up and no air coming out, or the heater even on, in the middle of Houston summer, which is not normal. And so I suffer from that. Well, now that I'm going to dialysis, I am constantly sweating. I'm sweating out of control. Like, I feel like I'm going through menopause. Seriously, no offense to the ladies that have gone through that or will go through that, because I will one day too. But I'm sweating out of control from here all the way to here, and like here, and I get so paranoid that this right here gets like dirty or infected or whatever. I don't know if you can tell, um, but right here I have what they call a tagaderm, which is like basically a clear bandage, and it's supposed to be waterproof and all these things. It's supposed to help you heal and whatnot. But the thing is, since this catheter is directly um, inserted to my heart, you can see that right there. That's where the tubing is has a direct line to my heart. You cannot get it wet because you could get an infection. And lately, I don't know why, but I've been having trouble keeping it dry. At least that's what they've been telling me at my dialysis center. I do know one time I washed my hair bent over in the bathtub, not taking a shower, but just bent over, and the water from having wet hair dripped into it, and it got it wet, and I was really nervous about it. And it was a Sunday night, and I had to change it all by myself, and I was really scared because I can hardly see, like what I'm looking at and whatnot. And so that's another thing you have to be really mindful about, because this is supposed to be temporary until you decide to do PD, or like I'm gonna get the access point in my arm, you know. So that's also another thing you have to be mindful about, is that, you know, how do you plan to bathe yourself. And the thing is, you know, my nephrologist told me that I would be a good candidate for at-home dialysis, and I did really want to do it. But once I saw the size of the machine, I was like, yeah, it's not happening, because I thought that this would give me a way to work. But the machine is like this big. Like, I'm sorry, I'm holding the camera phone in my other hand, but it's huge. It's like a small toddler. Okay, you can't be carrying that around like on a 4 day trip, you know. And while, you know, if you had a conventional job like 9 to 5, whatnot, and you wanted to go, let's say, to Disney World, you could have you could bring the machine with you. It's actually a law, I didn't know this, but airlines have to allow you to bring the equipment with you, and that's great and all, but I can't be bringing that, you know, around with me 4 days out of the week, you know. And then you have to the supplies that goes in it, like the liquid and all that, that can be delivered to where you're going to be staying, you know, for your vacation. But I can't, you know, and they're giant size boxes. Like, I don't know if any of you have ever worked, you know, in like a restaurant or fast food or something like that, but they look like soda syrup boxes, you know. So they're heavy, they're big, you gotta find a place for them in your home and whatnot. And it just seems like so much, you know. But like I said, if you work 9 to 5 and you have a steady job and like that, and you come home every day at the same time, then it might be good for you, you know. But I've never really been like that. I'm always like kind of like a night owl, and you know, when I get home, I want to crash. I don't want to really do anything. So that was another thing um, that kind of swayed me towards keep going to the dialysis center. Um, so wish me luck on that, guys. And then this is a little side note, but I did start for myself a GoFundMe, and I put it on my Facebook, I put it on my Snapchat, and the response I got is amazing. It's so incredible. Like, everybody that has reached out, everybody that has donated, people I don't know have donated, and I'm just so grateful and so thankful. I don't think there's words enough to say like how thankful I am, you know? Like, I know I was trying to be like real tough and everything, or like real like street smart, or I don't know, you know what you want to say, but I'm I know I'm a hard person to know, you know. And just knowing that like people do care, you know, like they want to see you do good. Like, I always believe that like a lot of people, they want to see you do good but not better, you know. And just to see that like so many people do want to see me do better and like come out of this, you know, okay, like it's just so nice. It's like it really touches my heart, and you know, I pray for all you guys. Like, thank you so much. Like, even the people that like I don't know that like donated to me, like, thank you so much. Like, it just makes me feel like that's, you know, that's the karma that I'm getting back, you know, for the good things that I have done and whatnot. Because I know I haven't been always an easy person to deal with, but you know, it's just so nice. Like, thank you guys so much. Like, I really appreciate you, and you know, like, helping me in my time of need, you know, because I try to, you know, do for myself and whatnot, and I don't like to really like ask of others. And it's just really nice that you guys can take care of me. Like, I really do. Thank you. I appreciate you. So that's gonna be that for this video, I think, unless I re-record it. Um, but I just wanted to give you guys an update, and like I said, I just wanted to say thank you once again to everyone that donated. I'm gonna leave the link to my GoFundMe on my YouTube page if you're interested in it. And you know, if you're not, that's fine. But I do want to say, like, please, please, please consider being a living donor. Please, please, please. There's so many people out there that, you know, need another kidney, and you know, you don't have to know them, and you know, like that act, doing that, like, you know, God or whomever you believe in, like, that's gonna come back to you. Um, later on, you know. So if you can find in your heart to consider doing that, please, you know, like, we need more living donors. Like, please donate your spare, like, you know, please. And, you know, here's a fun fact. When you donate a kidney, your other kidney grows bigger because it's going to make up for the extra work it has to do. So, you know, really, if you can afford to do it or at least get tested, you know, like, please consider it. So, and that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much again. I still need to do my dialysis video. I'm gonna see, maybe we can do that tomorrow so you guys can see the whole process and everything. But thank you guys so much once again, and wish me luck.